A shortcut to skinny, that's a right pain in the bum. Yes, these over-the-counter bowel boosters are handy if you're a bit backed up. But as a weight loss strategy, they stink, quite literally.
There is this misconception that they speed up the transit of food through your body, and that just isn't the case. Laxatives work on the later part of the bowel, which is called the large intestine, and that's where water tends to be reabsorbed. And taking laxatives, you lose water, you will lose electrolytes and salts, and you will lose unabsorbable things like fibre. And unfortunately, you will lose weight because you're losing those things. You're not necessarily losing any fat.
So you'll be spending a lot more time on the lav, and you won't even be getting any thinner. Even more shocking, long-term laxative abuse can do some serious damage to your back bottom.
The colon, or your bowel, gets used to being stimulated by laxative and becomes lazy. And sometimes you can even increase your chances of things like colon cancer.
Working out with weights can be good for you. It helps build up muscle, strengthen bones, and lose fat. But pushing yourself too far can be a disaster for your back and front bottoms.
Anybody that strains excessively, for instance, during heavy lifting or, hardcore exercise, is at the risk of prolapsing something. So if you're a guy, you may cause rectal prolapse, or if you're a girl, you may cause a vaginal or rectal prolapse.
Ladies, beware. You may believe that strenuous workouts are the holy grail to getting a fit body. But our shocking fact at number 14 is that exercising could wreak havoc down below.
Anyone that either exercises excessively or restricts their diet severely, they can have problems with their periods, and these problems can last a long time and cause infertility problems later.
With a global market worth nearly £16 billion a year, surely there's more to it than that. Kind of sciencey type stuff, electrolytes, that kind of thing, huh?
There's a massive media campaign around sports and energy drinks as being this quick fix for hydration and energy when you do exercise. Unfortunately, the evidence for that just isn't there.
Well, there is evidence, but the quality of the evidence is pretty poor. And if you're using them to think you're going to get much better performance, well, actually, you're probably likely not to, unless you're going beyond about 2 hours of exercise. For the average person in the street who does exercise up to 90 minutes, I wouldn't bother. Just take some water.
And to add insult to injury, the irony is that going on a crash diet is highly likely to make you even fatter.
Most people cannot sustain these diets for any period of time, so when they start to eat normally again, that weight comes pouring back on rapidly, and sometimes it will overshoot and you will gain more weight than you had before.
At number 2, a warning. When it comes to your health, don't believe everything you read in the papers, because sometimes they get things shockingly wrong.
It's a really great thing that there are lots of health stories out there in the media, because it gets people thinking about their bodies and about their health and about their behaviours. Unfortunately, the vast majority of information that's out there is either biased or slanted or not presented accurately.